Now let's take a look at wait events and performance views for shared server configuration tuning. Well, there are two events which are somewhat of interest: virtual circuit status and dispatcher timer. The virtual circuit status event actually indicates that a session is waiting for a virtual circuit to return a message to it. Something's waiting for something, then it's potentially a problem. The dispatcher timer event simply indicates that a dispatcher is waiting for something else to communicate with it. Or moreover, that a dispatcher is actually waiting for some work to do and it is idle. This is also not good. It means possibly that you'd have perhaps too many dispatchers defined on your database, or the shared server configuration in general is not being utilized as it should, and perhaps you should be using a dedicated server environment. The most significant thing for tuning a shared server environment are the performance views: vShared Server, vQueue, vShared Server Monitor, vDispatcher, dispatcher rate, and circuit. Let's go and look at some brief examples using these performance views. Here's a pre-prepared script I have. First of all, to look at shared server usage, I use shared server queue and shared server monitor. Let's go and look at my shared server configuration, and let's clear this. As you can see, I have two server processes. They're not doing very much. They're relatively idle. Tell you what we'll do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to my simulate user, and I'm going to run my simulation. And here I'm executing my simulation by creating a large number of jobs which effectively execute a procedure over and over again many times a second. So now what I'm going to do is let's run this query again and see if we've got any activity. Nope, still not busy. Back to my script. Let's check the queue based on shared server processes. And it's telling me that my total queue value is actually 0. So what we'll do is say wait total queue. I don't have a lot of activity, even though I'm running my simulation. And let's look at the shared server monitor. And it's just really telling me that I've got the maximum number of 2 shared servers. Let's look at the dispatcher. Tells me it's 99% or 100% idle. There's not really a lot going on, and this is probably going to give me a 0 division again. Yes, it is. And let's go back to here and look at circuits. The obvious thing you might ask is, am I actually using a shared server environment on this database? Let's check. And I think what I've got is actually a column command on this named column. Let's say A16. Run this again. There we go. And dispatchers is set. Shared servers is set. Max shared servers. Let's check something else. I'm going to go into my TNS names file, and I'm going to check my database connection, which is called test. And there we have the word dedicated. As I said in the previous movie, you can actually override the shared server configuration. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete that temporarily. I'm going to minimize that file. And what we'll do is we'll shut down and restart the simulation.